spoken word for me has been an element of release, and now I've started to kind of utilise that as a storytelling mechanism. It's where I feel like I'm strongest at telling stories. So for me, kind of having that unfiltered response that I wanted and kind of saying it how it is kind of lends itself well to like the flow of a spoken word piece and just the ability to tell a story and to portray emotion. The commission is my response to what it is like to be a creative in RCT and kind of looking at the barriers that I find as a creative and from conversation with other artists I work closely with. We're treated like outreach a lot of the time, and a lot of the projects that seem to happen within the location of RCT seem to be those that are kind of box ticking and kind of going, oh yes, you know, we've worked with poor people, we've worked with people, you know, from deprived areas or those kind of things. And I think there was a big gap in work that was happening in RCT, and there was a lot of money that needed to be spent in RCT, which I think resulted in a lot of organisations coming up kind of doing that work, but then we don't see them again. So I think for me the main thing is for people to kind of have an understanding and kind of realise the frustration that we have as artists within RCT. My performance style is very driven by wanting that authentic telling of a story and that authentic response. So I like to deliver things kind of straight down the lens, kind of this is my response, and then obviously have the cutaways of location, have maybe cutaways of kind of me, but the performance of the dialogue is very, very raw and very kind of gritty and just being like, oh, you know, this is how it is. There's one thing to use this commission to platform myself as an artist, but also to kind of say, you know, look at what RCT can produce, because I think there's a stigma around what we can produce and the quality of our work.